your company is growing, you can't handle everything yourself anymore, or maybe you're just not very good in everything that needs to happen. So congratulations, because you're about to hire some people into your organization or company, and you just don't want to hire anyone, but you want to hire real A players from the get-go. And in this video, I'm going over on who A players are exactly, how you can attract them, and where you can find them, or where you will probably not find them. You've probably been thinking, okay, who is the ideal person within this role for my company? What can I expect from someone else? What is maybe too ambitious to ask from someone? And what is really a good person or a good employee within this role? And right there, you already have a clarity problem. And the result of it is that you'll be ending up managing a bunch of B players, which you never want into your company anyway, instead of inviting the right A players into your environment, right? And an A player, it's not directly about skill or motivation, but you are looking for A players with maybe the right skills, or sometimes you are looking just for A players without any skill. With salespeople, it's done a lot where they are just inviting the right personalities into their company, and they're learning them the sales tactics and the techniques from the get-go. So that's possible. So it's more the person behind the role or the skills. And how you can recognize A players is, first of all, they love structure and accountability. They want to be kept accountable, and they also crave challenges. An A player is never someone who is coasting away behind his desk and is trying to do the bare minimum. He wants to challenge himself, and he also is looking for an environment where he can grow, right? And the only way to grow is to take on challenges. And last but not least, and some people or organizations are kind of scared of it, but it's actually a very good thing, A players are typically money or incentive driven. With the right incentive systems, which I will go over in step 3, they will be eager to work non-stop for you or your company, because both the company and the A player are going to benefit from it. And also how you can recognize them as well is they're all around trying to be an A player. They're not just good in their role or working hard within their role, but they're also working on their physique, they're working on their mind, reading books, podcasts. They are working on their personal development, and they have a general vision for their life. And that's also something that I see with a lot of A players, is they have a big vision and a very clear vision. Okay, so second of all, now we know exactly who and what an A player is, we can start attracting them. And I want to explain this by this analogy that if you want to have a bunch of butterflies near you, the worst thing that you can do is just go catch them one by one. But the best way to do it is to create a beautiful garden that will attract these butterflies. And the same is with your company and with A players, because you will repel A players if the role they need to fulfill is unclear, if there are fake expectations, if there are bad incentive models in place, and also when there is a lot of chaos. A players smell chaos, and they primarily smell when they come into a B player environment where everyone needs to figure out what they need to do exactly. Once people come in at 9 or 8:30, the first 30 minutes they are just chatting and drinking coffee, and they're taking breaks every 45 minutes, and they're trying to do the least without getting fired. So that's also something that's very contagious, is the entire environment that you're inviting them into. So that's also the reason why you want to start from the get-go, once you invite your first member, to make sure that it's already an A player, because it's very hard if you are with 5, 10, 20, 100 people and it's all B and C players. It's very hard to then invite an A player into your organization, because the B players will just turn the A player into a B player, or it will just repel them and they're not willing to go into the environment or organization with a bunch of B players. And also A players attract A players. So once you have 5, 10, 20, all A players in your company, it's super easy to attract other A players into your organization, right? And you also want to have a job scorecard. And the first one is, okay, what's the exact mission of the role that the A player is going to fulfill? What are the competencies that they need to have? Basically, what do they need to do and how do they need to behave? What are the outcomes? And also, what are the non-negotiables for the A player that he or she needs to have in order to be able to fulfill the role and to have the role? Okay, so once you know who A players are exactly and how you can attract them, the only thing left is, where do I find these people? And I can tell you, you won't find them on a job board. You will also probably not find them on Upwork or Fiverr, which sometimes seems like a good idea, but you have to know that first of all, A players hate long vacancy text with like little salary ranges, etc. They don't want their salary to be sealed or have a ceiling. And also, they are probably not looking for a full-time job or whatsoever, because chances are high that they are already creating, contributing, or leading in another organization or in some shape or form. But maybe they want to have a better opportunity, or they want to have a side opportunity because they want to make more money. They're very money driven, right? And you can find A players where ambitious people are. Like, first of all, look into your network. A powerful network is key. You might have even one guy, and if you're looking for an appointment setter, he can give you one. If you're looking for an editor, he knows someone. If you're looking for a good developer, he probably will also know one. Sometimes you have these people that if you want to launch a rocket into the sky, this guy probably can arrange something, right? And if he or she can't, probably someone else in your network can. Also, something very underrated is communities, whether it's paid, where in my opinion you will find the most qualified people, or unpaid. You will find also a lot of quality people and a lot of talent in there in these communities with hardworking and ambitious A players. And last but not least, if you make good content and if you have a good amount of traffic, your content is somewhat inspirational or is good, then you can attract also a lot of people into your company, and even other A players start to ask you like, hey, I noticed that you lack XYZ and my competencies are ABC. Maybe we can work together and work something out, right? Now, how do you want people or A players to apply? It's not to give their CV or whatever, or some job letter, but what you want to do is let them record a Loom video or another video where they present themselves and where they filter themselves out and where they explain you on exactly why you should hire them for this role. And A players love to do it, and at the same time you're also so repelling the B players, because B players never want to record a video if their goal is just to coast away behind their desk and do the bare minimum for maximum results or just not to get fired, right? And what you want to do is let them record a Loom video, no job letter. And if you let them do that, you will already see, okay, how committed they are, the energy they give, how they carry themselves, yada yada yada. And you will already see in a very short video who you are dealing with. Now, if you watch this entire video, you know that if you have a bad hiring system, that means that it's completely your responsibility, and also that hiring is marketing, right? And once you start to understand that clarity is king, your hiring system will be way, way better. And also you need to understand that A and B players, it's like negative and positive, right? If you have a bunch of B players with one A player, this A player will turn into a B player, and also other A players attract other A players. Okay, so this was it for today, and let's hire some fire-ass people.